going to take a wee run up, run to Gala, up the A7, back down the road again. Just have to come that cracked up one because road protection is so good. I'm not getting any vents there. Top vents open as well. I see the auto stop starts come on now. I thought by default it was off. It's turned itself on, which I don't mind. So, I wasn't expecting it just there. This is the first time I've been out since, oh, when? Early December. Or is it now? Mid-December. 18th, I think. There or thereabouts. It's the last time I was out, so it's like, what, 6-7 weeks. So we've got a total of what, 747 miles on the clock. It's had its first service. So we're all ready for the weather to ease off and the roads to clear up just a little bit. There'll probably not be any salt put down for maybe a week or so if I'm lucky, but it'll still be hanging about because there's not been any significant rain either. Well, we've got a winter protection thing on the bike and it is all prepped for the weather. There'll always be a chink in the armour somewhere, one would imagine. And I imagine the roads are, this time of the year, are usually quite slippy and greasy with crap on them. A few good downpours to clear it off. We've just had our Black Widow tour prices confirmed and stuff like that, so we're all good to go. Last weekend in May for our 3 days away with the guys, long weekend. 4 days, we'll come back to Monday, so riding on a Monday, 3 nights, 4 days. So it's been a couple of years without that because of the COVID business, but we're all good to go hopefully. Unless the world goes nuts again before the end of May. It'll be utterly soul destroying. So I think it would be fair to say that after 800 miles, and the vast majority of that with a pillion on, I'm not yet entirely comfortable with the machine. I've just not got enough miles on it myself. I'm really looking forward to getting some rides at the weekends after the weather gets a little bit better. And I always found, I remember years ago, well not years ago, for what, 6 years ago, something like that, not, when I passed my test, and I went on the Black Widows tour the year after, that was a bit of an epiphany moment because you were riding your bike every day, all day, for 4 days on the trot. And if you didn't know it well at the end of that, you know, something far wrong. That was real good. I felt much more comfortable with that machine after that. And while I intend to be more comfortable with this one before we get to that point, it will be very good because I'll have my son with me on that ride, so all those miles will be done with a pillion. Which will be quite good experience as well, don't get me wrong, because obviously Susan's going to come with me much more often. this as well. A recent convert just before we got this to coming on the bike, so yeah, really looking forward to that. Got a wee truffle bay planned, which should be quite nice. Just for a couple of nights. I really cannot wait until the summertime, because this is such a nice bike to ride. Get some miles in it, some days out in the summer, nice warm weather, some great scenery, just putter along. Up the lovely A7. I see the sign there with the amber warnings for high winds. It's coming. But I think it's just yet, to be perfectly honest. They killed in this stretch here just recently. There you go. Unfortunately. Single car RTC as far as I'm aware. Don't know. Circumstances. Oh, this is so nice, seeing after just a while of not being out, you get so, I don't know, I miss it so much. And I don't need to be driving like a maniac, riding like a maniac, or anything like that to get the enjoyment out of it. In some respects, that's one of the reasons I've got this thing, isn't it? Because it's, although it can hustle along, it's not its forte. I would argue my skill set doesn't match with that anyway. Planning on doing 2 iron butt rides this year. And one is the first of a series of rides that I'll do over the next couple of years. And one is the last ride of its kind. So the first one called an equinox ride, and they're done over the equinoxes and solstices. The first spring equinox is in March, and I happen to be off on annual leave when it comes, so I will do that, and over the next year or two, a couple of years anyway, I will complete the equinox rides, all 4 of them. So the first one will be this March, and then in the UK, one of the Iron Butt Rides is a Land's End to John O'Groats, or John O'Groats to Land Ends, whichever way you want to do it. However, it's only 847 miles, so there's some kind of special dispensation, so it gains you entry to the Iron Butt Association, but you weren't allowed to do any extreme rides just based on the basis that you still had to complete a Saddle Sort 1000. But they have a gold version of, they always had a gold version of it where you basically, it was a saddle sore but covering Land's End to John O'Groats, or vice versa. So the Land's End to John O'Groats is being retired, shall we say, at the end of this year, because with improvements to the road networks and stuff like that, it's the time differential and mileage and stuff like that, it's getting shorter. So this is the last year you'll be able to get a Land's End to John O'Groats thing gold, so I'm going to plan on doing that at some point in the summer, starting from John O'Groats. So I'll do a juggle John O'Groats to Land's End, so that'll involve heading up Wicker Thursday way the night before, the day before, and then setting off. And I've got some relatives in Plymouth, so after I finish at Land's End, I've then got about a 2-hour ride, 2.5-hour ride back up to Plymouth from Land's End, whereupon I'll be able to have a sleep. A proper sleep. And a full sleep, because I won't sleep for that 24 hours obviously. So. And then I have to ride then from Plymouth back home the next day, so it's another 500 miles. So, depending on how much sleep I have, is it a burner? Yeah, I've already done one burner, but I don't think I'd manage to have that short amount of sleep and get back on. I don't know. It's 500 miles back up the road, it's 1,038 I've got it clocked at, the route I've planned. So it could be, take some advice on it from the guys in the know. Lovely road. There's the road surface at the moment, it's a bit slick.